I mean, like, you could even like because you could create couples on it as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
as a fat little kid who couldn't even buy a girlfriend, like
Couldn't
it
even
was my
buy
chance. It was my chance to pretend.
You know what, right? This is the shortest time that we've been in an episode. I think we might have named it. The Sims couldn't even buy a girlfriend. Hey, guys, girls, gamers, nerds alike, and those who found the show by mistake. Welcome to From Dusty Couches to Broken Discs. I'm your host, Glenn, and he's Adam.
Hello.
And he's Big Dave.
Hi.
Each week, we look at games old and new, from everything you have been playing to everything you're playing today. But before we start this week's episode, let's plug in that mouse, spin that disc, and roll those intro credits. This week we are looking at The Sims, possibly one of the best-selling PC games of all time. Now, before we do start this episode, let's see the guys' memories of this game and see what they think. Adam, starting off with you. Memories of The Sims.
Are you guys strapped in and ready for story time with Adam?
I am, yes.
1 hour late.
I took complete control last week.
Yeah, are you ready?
Until the very end, where I lost complete control, and it all just went.
I'd love him to just say he's never played it.
I know, yeah. Is this what we're gonna get? Go on.
That would have been a pretty nice twist, but no. Strap yourselves in.
I played I played 5 minutes of it.
Maybe you should have introduced me first, because this is we're gonna be here a while.
Probably. So, picture this, right? The year was 2003. I know the game came out in 2000, but I didn't get it right away, right? We had dial-up internet, we had one singular family computer, and MSN was just starting to become popular. Yeah? I had my glass of Sunny D, a plate of smiley faces and turkey twizzlers, with Tommy K on the side, and my status on MSN set to... Good. Peak.
I can actually picture it.
You should. Right. I'd been playing before this. I'd been playing Theme Hospital a lot because it's one of my favourite PC games ever. So I was set, ready for The Sims. I turn it on, boof, mind blown.
I really thought you were going to say
I was sort of expecting more.
No, I expected like his computer was blowing up when he said boom.
I didn't say it was a good story. I just said that it was a story. Like,
thank you for keeping it nice and sweet, short and sweet.
Nah, I just remember
anybody who wants to replace Adam, our email is at the bottom of the screen.
Disclaimer: there was at no point did I say it was a good story. I think you would be entertained from my story.
He's got.
But no, my memories is just like that first time that you turn it on and everything just comes up and you get to start making your own character. You get to choose the house that you want to live in. You get to choose your character's personality. You get to customize, not customize, but you get to choose the clothes, the face, literally everything, what job they're going to do. And like, I just remember that, like, it just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'd
never seen, I know I say this a lot, but it was like nothing else I'd ever seen before. Like, I'd never seen anything like it.
Adam lived under a rock.
I mean, like, you could even, like, because you could create couples on it as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
as a fat little kid who couldn't even buy a girlfriend, like, it was my chance. It was my chance to pretend.
You know what, right? This is the shortest time that we've been in an episode. I think we might have named it. The Sims couldn't even buy a girlfriend. That's a record.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
So yeah.
Nice. Anything else? Anything you remember about the actual gameplay itself? Sort of playing it for the first time.
Nope.
Brilliant. Love it.
No, I've got loads, but I got shouted at by Dave last time I went on too long by memories, so I'm gonna let him go next.
Considering it was just the intro, it's just like just fucking keep it short and sweet. We'll get into it later.
All right,
We've got an hour to kill.
Dave, what about you? First time memories of playing the game?
Like he said, it was one of the first PC games I actually
I
owned.
thought I was going to say, like he said, the year was 2003.
I had a plate of turkey twizzlers at the side of it.
I actually got it in 2001, but it was the first PC game
la
I
da
actually owned. But it was that and Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machines.
Ooh,
they were
yeah,
the two games
game.
I actually PC games I actually got. Again, really loved it when I was playing it. You know, I think I was running like Windows 2000 at the time. Slow as fuck.
It would have been. Yeah, you would have. I think 2000 would have just come out around.
Yeah, Windows 2000 Professional or some shit like that. Because I was a bad boy. None of this Windows 98 shit.
We upgraded for Windows XP.
No, yeah, like obviously you boot up the game, nice music kicks in, you can make your little families and stuff like that. It was great though, and I mean obviously like it had that weird thing with like nudity as well, where it pixelates you. So the first thing you do is just throw the people in the bath. It's like, oh no, you got to see a bit of nudity.
I'm going to see some titty. Oh,
it's all pixelated.
No! You're trying to squint your eyes and look at the screen, aren't you?
This is like what 12-year-old me, just like, oh yeah, this is great.
Look at those pixelations. Going at it at his desk.
No, I'm not Glenn.
I was going to say that's me. Do I need to close the laptop so you can see the table again?
For people who don't know about Glenn's desk, just watch
the previous episode.
A few episodes.
I can't remember, but if you're watching on YouTube, the card for it is just above here, and you can click on that link to the episode.
Shameless plug.
Yes, I know how to use YouTube now.
But yeah, with that, I mean, it was just great because, like you said, the amount of things you could do in it at the time, you know, like start having your little family, picking, you know, your little, whether you had kids or whatever, you know, making your couple have a baby and all this stuff, sending them to work. It was great.
It wasn't even just that. It was the level of like the facts that, depending on the attributes that you put on their personality, that determined how they acted as a character. Yeah. Like the AI was so good for its time.
True.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And then obviously I got the cheat as well, so I could just get like shitloads of money. So as I wanted
unlimited money.
The massive mansion at the top of the hill. Like I always wanted that massive mansion at the top of the hill, so I put in the cheat. It was like that is mine.
Not only was I poor in real life, but I was poor in the game as well.
It's like that though. You start the game and it's like, congratulations, we've given you 20 grand to start your life, and with that you was able to buy a house.
The mansion was only 50 grand.
I want to live there now in this day and age, because you would never buy. You're not even getting a 1-bed flat for 50 grand.
But yeah, I did love the game at the time. It was great.
It really was. I think that's like the most unrealistic thing about gaming is affordable housing.
No, but it was it wasn't dollars or pounds, was it? It was sim. Oh, what's it called?
Yeah, I know. Yes, something like that.
Sim coins.
It's not just sim coins. Sims currency. Simoleons.
Simoleons.
Oh, there we go.
Well, going on to sort of looking my memories here. So much like you guys.
Oh yeah, what are your memories, Claire?
Yeah, much like you guys. Obviously,
the year was 2003.
I had a plate of smiley face at the side of me, which was turkey twizzlers.
We can't set a scene like him. We can't do it. So.
But I had the green ketchup. Okay, yeah. It was that kind of time.
Yeah, it got off. At that point, you catch up and got off.
We were poor. No, I had the family PC as well, obviously. It was at the time before we all had our own little laptops and we could all go and sit off in our own rooms or play on your phone and play a game.
Well, there was no wireless. It was all
exactly.
wired.
I had to sit in the kitchen where everyone could see what I was doing. So there was definitely no porn back then.
Glenn's Sable didn't exist back then.
No. This was just a mere thought. But I imagine
Glenn carrying the computer into the bathroom, like with the cable hanging out the door, like just carrying this giant computer. Like,
someone makes a phone call and it stops.
He just comes out with one crusty sock.
Glenn, why is the keyboard sticky?
Well, nobody actually bought it for me because obviously I had consoles and I had all my games bought for me on console. So, like the rebel I was, I downloaded LimeWire.
Ooh,
was LimeWire a thing back?
Oh yeah. I downloaded it on LimeWire and completely destroyed the family computer. Absolutely annihilated it. To the point that the amount of viruses that were on this computer, it just wouldn't.
We all did LimeWire, but yeah, like what in 2000? Well, it came out in the further in 2000, so it just come out. So that is when it was at like peak viral.
Yeah. Well, I think I got the game around about the same time you would have had them, about 2003, maybe 2004, give or take.
Yeah.
And I had the family computer, I downloaded Sims, absolutely balls up the computer. We had a guy come out, fix it. 2 days later, I re-downloaded the Sims. But there's more! And I tried to download the expansion packs. And absolutely kaputted it. There was no fixing it this time. It was dead.
Your computer's there on life support and you're just like asking for more. Give me more. You're not dead yet.
There's still some power left in it. It turns on.
I do remember like LimeWire, they used to get you with the names, like they'd say like, oh, Sims 1, blah blah blah, and then you download it, it'd just be like a 4-hour long porno of fucking someone getting railed.
I'm pretty sure I typed in Final Fantasy, and that's where some weird fetishes came to me. That's where I discovered them. I honestly just wanted to look at Final Fantasy.
What you discovered. That's where Glenn discovered.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Where are you going with this, Adam? Where are you going with this?
I thought
this is where there was going to be a lot of editing, weren't there?
Yeah. That's where Glenn discovered his penis.
This is where I discovered my desk. See, when the game actually ran and it worked before the computer died, I remember setting up the first house. So you had like the first house in the bottom, didn't you? You could pick that one. It was the cheapest one. I picked that. I made my family.
The learner house.
Yeah, I made me, a friend come and live with us as well, and the crush I had at the time, and we all lived together in this house.
That's what I mean. You could pretend you had a girlfriend. Like,
yes, but the other fucking character stole my girlfriend.
So you were dumped in real life. You were dumped
I wouldn't mind though. But like those two were actually really good friends, and I resented the pair of them for what my Sims had done. So the Sims ruined my life. Because I had this nice house, nice job, money, because I used the money cheat, so I had loads of money. But she left me for him. I was like, what's he got that I haven't got?
So it's the skills are transferable then from game to real life. Like.
Pretty much. She didn't leave me for another guy. She left me for a woman. No, it's kind of weird. It was an awkward time. We were never actually together, so I mean, she was just the crush. It was just the neighbour that I had the hots for, you know.
Name her? What?
I'm not naming anybody, you know. You know who you are. You probably don't even watch the show. You probably don't even remember my name.
That probably doesn't watch the show. I can guarantee that this person doesn't watch the show.
Oh yeah, she probably doesn't remember me at all.
Nobody watches this show, Glenn.
Even we don't like watching it.
The actual game itself, then, do you have anything that you, when you sort of bought the house or you got the starter house, did you always want to actually have the house, or did you want to try and build your own?
To be fair, the main thing I remember doing is building a swimming pool and just like taking the steps away and just watching them die.
Just Dave going, "Who says you can't play God?"
It was literally just funny, you know, the amount of ways it does end up dying and stuff like that. It's like, why is the oven on fire? What was going on now? Oh shit, they're dead.
Just Dave sat going, "Dumb ways to die."
Well, it was one of them. Like when I first played it, I was like really invested, and it was like, you know, I really enjoyed the characters. I loved them and everything. And it was just like I'm playing it for weeks, and then all of a sudden they got killed. I was like, and then I just got to the point where I was like, I don't care now. I'm just going to kill them in the most stupid way ever.
Yeah. You spend ages building the attributes. You're like, I've got them where I want them, and then they just fucking like bake a cake and fucking set on fire and die.
Yeah. You dumb bastard!
Instead of running from the fire, they just stand there going.
It was infuriating. It was actually watching yourself die. It's like, no.
When they stood there in their own Simish language, going.
I'm sure if you put them if you created like a square room that was essentially the size of them and left them in it long enough without a toilet, they would eventually drown in their own piss because they keep pissing themselves.
Really?
I don't know if that. Am I dreaming that? Am I dreaming that? Maybe
I have to look into it. I love that though. I
think you might have imagined that one.
It's that though when you don't let them go to the toilet and they stand there and they go. And then they start to cry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so real life.
No, but it was that. But they do that and they'd wet themselves and then they just carry on about the business. It's
doing what they're doing.
Sit and watch TV. It's just like, I've had a piss now. I might as well just sit and watch TV. It's like, at least clean yourself off, mate. Look, he's looking into it now, whether he can actually fill a room with piss.
Several hours later.
Right, so she's peed herself.
Andrew stumbled on some really weird porn right now.
He's gone down the rabbit hole on her.
Adam has just found my desk for sale on eBay.
I don't understand. Maybe
because you made it up, you mong.
Oh, they can drown in their own pee, but maybe I've dreamt up the fact that you can put them in a room and it fills up.
Maybe it's one of the.
Are you sure you weren't thinking of the swimming pool?
Maybe it's one of those Sims urban myths. If you know the answer, let us know in the comments below.
I think I'm talking.
Even
I think
emails.
I'm talking shit.
Yeah,
I might be talking shit.
I think you're talking shit. Oh, God's sake.
So, in regards to the game, did you guys actually look at sort of the development of the game and how it came about?
I did. I forgot everything.
Oh, right, okay.
I mean, I know it was all like the Sim City ones first, wasn't it?
Well, that's how it started.
The guy who created.
Yeah, I've got his name here. Will Wright.
Will Wright.
Yeah. He obviously designed Sim City and gave it to the company who made the game. Because I know it's published by EA, but obviously the idea for the game was given to Maxis, the other company. And the whole idea of Sims itself all came about. There's lots of different ways of how the story starts, but the one that I did more research into was literally his house burnt down. So when he was looking at sort of rebuilding and starting again, he, at the time, like home renovation computer programs were all the rage. You know, making the 3D look of how your house wanted to look. So he wanted to sort of take that concept and make it into a game where you could design how your house looked, but then he thought about adding people into it as well so you could control the people. He'd already made this world where you can create your own city, you can create your own world. You know, now he's sort of compacting it and you're making a house and your people, and you can design the house the way you want it to look. So you're not just building a city, you're building the interior. And I mean, it gives you, even to this day, it'll give people like us, and I've seen it happen, where some people can't get hold of these sort of architect apps, to design how they want their house to look when they're buying a new house. They'll use Sims. You'll go through and you'll go, all right, well, my stairs are there and my living room.
It's like making a mock-up, really, isn't it? It's like a mock-up. The way you want your house to, or your ideal house, how you want it to look.
When you asked us before about do we like to buy a house or build a house, that's what I used to do. Was try and build a house, but base it. I've lived in a lot of houses, let me tell you.
Right there with you, mate. Right there with you.
A fucking lot of houses.
We should compare. We should compare how many houses you've lived in.
I'm talking close to 30. I'm talking close.
Is that
to 30
it?
Different houses.
Rookie numbers. I'm in the 50s now. Genuinely, I am in the 50s.
You're not even lying, even.
No, I'm really not. I'm pretty sure Dave's helped me move a few times. Pretty sure he turned up to my house once. They went, "Oh, Dave, not seen you for a while. There's a steamer. There's a stripper. Do the walls."
Define stripper, Glenn.
The steamer and the metal stripper that you strip the wallpaper off with.
Not the good kind of stripper.
He started stripping the walls. I started playing Star Wars.
on that note, whilst we're on that note, in one of the expansion packs in The Sims, there was I can't remember which one it was, but there was the ability to order a cake dancer, and she would pop out of the cake and she would wiggle her ass at you, all the men would come.
Ass again. 2 weeks.
All the men would come in the room and be like, "All right, this is awesome."
So kind of like real life.
Stand there clapping like, "Woo!"
But they didn't do that. They were doing that weird Sims language. They've got like blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Apparently, that was first used in that. Oh, there's a Sim helicopter game that he released. That Will Wright, he created a Sims helicopter game, and language was done in that first.
The first game he designed was a helicopter-based game where you flew around the map and you destroy stuff. I was looking at a video of it earlier today, and obviously he enjoyed actually building stuff more than he enjoyed destroying it. So what he did is that's how Sim City came about, was the ability to build your own city and watching it work.
But then again, that was one of the funnest things of SimCity, where you could actually destroy the city and see like the tornadoes coming through, all the floods and all this.
Oh, that's the thing.
I think we should get Dave checked it. He just his only memories of the game is just murdering the Sims and setting off tornadoes and catastrophic events.
Dave setting up the game going, "I am God."
I'll tell you, it broke me in the beginning. I was too invested, and when watching my Sims die, it was just like, "No, fuck it, I don't care anymore."
You just snapped, and that was it. You just went on a rampage. That's how it starts, isn't it? Something traumatic happens, and then you just snap.
He's just sort of lost the plot one day, just there going, "Yep, my Sims are happy. Why are they all dead? Why none of them? Why none of them moving?" He's just there with the mouse poking them, going,
"I'm just watching over the city like the Dark Knight."
When the Grim Reaper pops up, it's actually Dave. He's knocking on someone's door as the Grim Reaper. Hi.
Come on, go for a swim in the swimming pool. Why not?
Yeah, of course you've got no cooking skills. Bake a cake. Go ahead.
You don't need steps in your swimming pool.
Oh God! You would though, wouldn't you? You'd build like one little square of pool, put them in, and take the ladders out.
Pretty much.
You don't even have to do a square. You could do the whole thing. If you
That's right. Drown.
Watching swim around.
Just Dave out. Just Dave there out of a glass, Sunny D, just chilling. His mum walks in. "What are you doing, Dave?" "Watching the world burn."
Okay, honey, have fun.
I wasn't that dark and tormented before.
No, not then. You are now.
Oh, yeah.
Times have changed. Dave's logging on to The Sims after this. He's like, I've not gone back for a few years. Let's see how they're doing."
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That Simlish, which is the Sim language.
Yeah.
The reason that was created is because they wanted to do it in multiple languages, the game, and
Yeah.
he didn't want to obviously record all the dialogue for multiple languages.
We know, looking at
So-
older games, don't we, that, sometimes recording tracks for games can be a long, painstaking process. It's paying for an actor to come in and do it. Even if it's not an actor who's well known, you've still got to pay the actor. Whereas this, you could just get someone who's developing the game to go, and you've got it, right, great, put that on, you're done. I'm not saying that's...
How much they paying you, Glenn?
Sims 5 coming this year.
So yeah, and also apparently the sort of gameplay and the way that the characters interact with each other and like the look and feel of the game was based on US TV sitcoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that guy.
I've actually got that here. Obviously, The Sims was meant to be a satire look on the consumer culture of the US. You can even see it, like when certain things happen, you get like that little bit of intro music. Some of it is very reminiscent of like, what's the show called?
Like Big Brother or something like that.
No, like Adam said, sitcoms, Seinfeld, Seinfeld and stuff like that. You have that moment, like you can see them sort of stood there, and something will happen. They'll drop a cake or something. That's wah wah wah. You have those little funny moments in there, and you have like those little chimes when somebody dies, and it's not like meant to be a sad moment. It's meant to be funny still, and it's really weird. It's like, you've just drowned a guy. How is that funny?
Just pops up on screen, lol.
Have you guys ever seen the Loch Ness Monster on the maps?
What, personally?
Yeah, personally. Yeah.
I've been to Loch Ness. I loved it. It was great. Got hammered on the boat. I didn't see anything.
Wait, is that so?
Genuinely didn't see anything. It's just all black.
In the first
so
Sims,
on the town map, when you zoomed right out, it's not on there constantly. But every now and again, like if you just leave it on, you'll see the Loch Ness Monster just getting about down the river.
Yeah, you do.
No,
you do. You see like a weird creature, don't you, going through the river? Yeah, I remember now.
It's a Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've played the first one. If I sort of thinking about it, when we said we were doing The Sims, the first thing that popped into my head was that first map. The road was so like a simple shape, basically. And then you had the mansion at the top, and you had your start house, and you had different plots of land where you could build a house with only 20 grand. Again, I'm going back to that because it's a big thing. No one's building a house for 20 grand. Simple as. Unless
it depends what material you use.
Unless it's made out of cardboard right, and it's going to wash away in the rain, it ain't happening. I mean, that's the one thing I did enjoy about this game as well, is you had no end goal. You had nothing to work towards.
Well, you did. You were working to. If you didn't cheat, you were working towards the mansion.
Yeah, Dave.
Well, yeah.
Obviously, you were making a better life for your sim, and things like that. The first thing going off that. Sorry, what was the first thing you bought when you got your house?
TV.
I think I fucked up and bought a piano. It's like, why the fuck have I bought a piano? But to be fair, the Sims loved it.
The first thing I bought was a computer so I could find a job.
Yeah, I didn't know that you had to get the computer. I just thought you got it out the newspapers. It wasn't until later on.
Well, when you realised that everyone had gone poor, the bailiffs had come round, kicked you out of the house, and a new family had moved in to start a new game.
Yeah, that was like one of my first running rounds. Literally, I spent 20 grand on a piano, and I've got nothing else. No fridge, no bed, no nothing. Just piano.
Honey, the baby's hungry. I don't care, but I can play Beethoven.
It's a big fucking
eat these lyrics, bitch.
Every room's got its own grand piano.
The bills are due.
Oh, but yeah, but jokes aside, I think I genuinely did. What was one of the first things I bought, like a piano for some reason.
I mean, is there any particular jobs as well that you aimed your sim for? Because obviously, I know at the start of it there was only certain types of jobs you can go for. But did you look for something that maybe would strike you as a real person, as an individual? Did you look for jobs like that, or did you literally go, "That's the first job that's come up. I'm having it"?
I was, to be honest, I just looked at like the ones that was like the best paying. I was just going for the best.
So like real life then.
Yeah, it didn't matter what it was.
What's that, doctor? I'm not qualified, but screw it, I'll go for it.
I can play piano. I've killed Glenn.
I've got a mouthful of whiskey that I couldn't swallow. Oh god!
Oh.
You've never had a problem swallowing before, Glenn.
Yeah, shut your mouth. You know, right? If I ever saw that on an episode of ER back in the day, this man's dying. I can't perform, but you're a doctor. I know, but I can play piano.
Oh.
And then it cuts to the guy on the table, like dancing, like,
Yeah.
And then Dave watching over the hospital, going, "Yes, die, die."
You know, touching on the job thing though, you know, because it makes you go to work every single day.
Like
you just
real
have
life.
to go to work. No, but I genuinely thought that was how, because I was only like 13 at the time. And I thought that's how jobs work. So I was like, I have to go to work every single fucking day.
I know, and the most unrealistic thing of it is they got picked up every day. Nobody picks me up.
It was always that like knackered car as well, wasn't that dead old rusty looking?
That was quite real.
That was quite real. That's my car.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I bought you like car.
You got the job in the army, and a tank came and picked you up, like a Hummer, and you got in the Hummer and drive off. And you sort of like. Yeah, it was. Some bits of it were like just completely out there, like balls to the wall, unrealistic.
Yeah. Mm.
But I figured out, like, because I thought you had to go every day, otherwise you like. But then I figured out you could do 2 days on and then a day off, and you wouldn't get fired. So then I thought that's how real life was. No, it's not.
Then Adam got fired.
Well, they do it in The Sims.
Yeah. Like, it's completely immersed. He's so immersed.
Imagine going into work now and going, "Well, The Sims did it."
Glenn, you know full well you'd do that.
Yeah.
2 in, 2 off. Damn right. No, sorry. 2 in, 6 off. Spice it up a little bit, you know. I mean, in regards to the game, though, did you guys get any of the expansion packs and play them?
I had Living Large, and Superstar. They were the only 2 that I ever got and played.
You ever tried any of them, Dave?
I didn't, mate. No, I mean, the only, like, realistically, the Sims 1 was the only one I really played, other than the Herbs. I played the Herbs at one point when that came out on like PS2, I think.
I'll get into some other ones in a second. But in regards to sort of the expansion packs, like I say, I downloaded as many as I could before my computer died. So I did I think there was one called Hot Date, where you literally could go on dates with people. Now, if you'd set your Sims to being like outgoing, they both got in a hot tub together, completely naked. So obviously, where you guys were talking about getting in the shower naked and things like that, or a bath, you had 2 people pixelated in a hot tub, and you were like, "Yeah,
oh yeah,
this is the first time ever I'm naked with a girl, and it's not real."
So you used to get naked in your chair as well, Glenn, when you were playing. I'll join you.
You remember
when I was in the kitchen with everybody?
No, you sat in the kitchen.
Glenn sat in the sink, like playing the game.
Everyone's having the tea. I'm sat there going, "Yeah." Pretending I'm in the hot tub. Glenn, can you put some clothes on? Shh, I'm on a date.
The weird thing is, like, in Glenn's house, he wouldn't even question it.
It was a normal occurrence.
Naked in the kitchen, why would it be?
I wouldn't mind though, but at the time this game came out, I actually had a job as well. So how did I could have actually afford to actually buy the game, but instead I illegally downloaded it, came to the computer, and had to buy a new PC. I was made to give my work money that I made to buy a new PC.
Well, it serves you right. I mean,
hang on. Yeah. Get this though. I wasn't allowed on it for a month.
Again, serves you right.
Yeah.
Not only was I playing The Sims and illegally downloaded it, but I also illegally downloaded Zoo Tycoon as well, I wanted to make a zoo.
Amongst, I'm assuming, many other things that you shouldn't have downloaded as well, Glenn. That I reckon you might have found.
There's a lot of songs on there as well that were sort of like really spelt really weirdly. Instead of saying MP3 at the end, they said EXE.
The thing is, you're the definition of just keep doing the definition of insanity. Just keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect
hope for the best.
Eventually it'll work.
Pretty much.
Never learning from his mistake. He's like, I'll just do it again. Surely it won't happen twice. Surely it won't happen 10 times in a row.
It still happens to this day. This is my third laptop in a month. But yeah, Dave, going on to what you said before, like Herbs, that was like when it jumped from PC going over. Now, I don't want to go too much into any other Sims.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's loads of spin-offs. They've tried so many different things with like online Sims as well, and they tried like the one that you could play on Facebook, and you've got app versions of it now. Sims has become a massive phenomenon, basically. And just before we do go into any other ones, so I mentioned it off recording that you guys don't know the game Myst, do you? You've not heard of it?
No.
So Myst was the best-selling PC game at the time, and The Sims overtook that up until the launch of Sims 2. Now, obviously, because it was so popular, they moved it into trying to get a larger audience. Now, this is the bit that sort of shocked me at first when I was listening to this bit, is their target audience was obviously anyone could play it, but when they were originally naming it, it was going to be called Dollhouse Simulator. But they thought, you know what, we're not going to attract the male audience. Yeah. They're not going to play it. So it was something like domestic something operation.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
Simulator.
Cryptic metaphor.
Something stupid like that. And it turns out that women and females, girls and things like that were the ones who played this game the most. And it was aimed obviously at all gamers. And it turns out they also played it for a longer period of time. Which, to me, I think that's great. We've mentioned it before, especially when we talked about Tomb Raider and things like that, that gaming has always been aimed at the male audience. And it was nice that it changed. And obviously, this game was more inclusive for everybody.
I was just going to say, like, my funny story, like my ex-girlfriend at the time, when I first got with her, she wasn't really into, I think it was The Sims 3. And she, like, obviously when we first got together, she made, like, us, like, me and her. Literally, when I pissed her off or something like that, she actually killed me. It was just like, I'd get a phone call later on at night and it'd just be like, right, I've killed you.
You're dead.
I'm taking the kid and I've killed you. You're currently in the pools.
Yeah, you went for a swim. Oh, what happened? I took away the steps. I see what you did there.
How's he doing? He's on the
He's currently begging for help. Okay.
I'm sorry, Dave. Give me the ladders back, please.
Just so you know, I've moved house. You can't find where I live, and I've changed my phone number.
Sorry, just to jump in as well. So, like you were just saying then about how popular it was, and with women as well. A part of that, I think, is the fact that the game it doesn't objectify anything. Like, you will talk to anyone. There is no objection to race. There is no objection to gender.
Yeah.
You can get romantic with anyone. It was just dead include. It was ahead of it. Considering it came out in 2000, it was. Well
I know,
ahead of its time.
True.
It was, and I mean, for that time, I mean, even going on today, I mean, I don't want to go too much into any sort of like everyday issues, but you know, it took away the whole, like you say, Adam, race wasn't a thing in there. You know, sexuality wasn't a thing in there. Obviously, I know you couldn't have a man and a man be together and a woman and a woman be together. I know they came.
You could.
Could
you could get romantic with each other.
Could you in the original ones? Because I know it was in the later ones, but I didn't know if it was in the first one.
No, I thought you could.
I'd need to double check that
sure you could.
Because obviously, I mean, if it was in the first one, that is a massive jump ahead of its time. Because
when you said later ones, you mean like 2 or the expansion packs?
Like 2, yeah.
Oh yeah. In number 1, you 100%. You could be romantic with the same gender.
Really, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know that. It's been so long since I played it anyway. But then definitely, it's well ahead of its time. Because I mean, growing up, this is something I don't usually say all that much. Growing up with a mother who was gay as well, it was still very much frowned upon in sort of the early 2000s. It wasn't something that was seen as still being welcomed, and obviously having a game that allowed you to do that was miles ahead of its time. And I think that in itself is absolutely amazing. And you know what? Hats off to them, because I didn't know that. So thank you for telling me that one, Adam.
This is where the little clip comes in and goes like, Adam was completely wrong.
You've made me open up something I would never usually say. You ruined my life.
Really deep moment there, and then like Adam's just completely fucked it.
You know, right? I had a really deep moment last week where I was talking about my gran, and then he just goes, ass. And you know what? From now on, there's no more deep moments from me. That's it. It's done. It's over. But moving on, obviously,
I didn't do anything to ruin it this time. That was Dave.
Yeah, but it was about you, so I reflected it onto you. But as we said, obviously, Sims sort of spawned off. Now, the Herbs, when that came out, it was completely different. And obviously, they put... I know in Sims 2, we had like Katy Perry in there and things like... And Avril Lavigne appeared in it. But Herbs had like Black Eyed Peas because they were like... They were big at the time, weren't they?
Well, that was the thing with the trailer, but they had it was sick because obviously they had like what was it? Let's get it started, or let's get retarded, whatever it was.
Well, let's get it started on there. But if you listen to the album version,
actually, if you listen to it, it's not actually let's get it started because it's the Sims talk. It's like they don't actually speak. It's just like the Sims talk.
If you actually listen to the album version, it is unfortunately the other word. But yeah, they sang it in Simish, didn't they? And that was it was actually a really good game. I remember having it. I actually had it for again, being dodgy as I am. I had a chipped Xbox, and I remember having it on there. Used to have like a little switch on the front of it that lighted up the see-through console. I've still got the console somewhere. I need to find it. It's still chipped. I've got a collection of chip games. I mean, whether it still works or not, it's been in an attic for like 10 years, so it could be dead. But if I find it and it works, I'm playing Herbs. Definitely. Damn right I am. But that was the weird thing on Herbs. Dave, I have to ask you this one. Did you play as a male or a female?
I think my first playthrough, I think it was the female one, because it was like, she was the main one on the trailer.
Yeah.
It was like the...
My always way of thinking is if I'm playing a game where I can create the character, I will always pick a female because I'd rather look at the female than I don't want to look at myself and I'm sort of like... Not
being a perv, but sooner look at the woman.
Yeah, exactly. It's nothing like that. I am so sorry for offending anybody, but it's nothing like that. It is just for the fact that the female figure is so much nicer to look at than a male bulky figure. That's just me personally. So, without trying, I'm trying not to get cancelled. Don't cancel me.
To say we're all virgins back then.
This is. What do you mean back then? I'm playing Wonderlands at the moment, and I'm playing as a woman, but I don't even see her.
Your virginity's growing back.
Table. Tonight, I'm having that one. I am the podcast pervert, all right? Let's put it that way. There's no denying it.
But he's getting like a little badge or something.
Just a podcast pervert. In regards to The Sims, going back to the original, I know it doesn't run on any systems that well anymore. I think it stopped working after like what? I saw it. It's like 2000 and something. It stopped running.
It needed. I can't remember the name of the software. It needed something to run the game, but Windows stopped supporting that after like. Was it like 2010 or something?
Something along those lines.
So you've not been able to. Basically, you've not been able to play the game.
Yeah.
Unless you had a computer that you've never updated. Or you have reverse, or like you
have an emulator.
Well, yeah. Amen.
I don't know why I'm twirling my mustache like I'm evil. I'm actually downloading at the moment because, as we've been talking about it, I've not played Sims for years, and a few months back it was free on PlayStation Plus, Sims 4. And I've never played anything after
Sims 4 is still free on the Xbox.
Well, I've never played anything after Sims 3. I had a quick play of Sims 3. I preferred Sims 1 and 2. But have you guys actually had the urge, where you've been doing some of the research or talking about it, to go back and actually try it out?
I'm not going to lie, since I've been doing the research again, I think I'm going to install Sims 4.
Yeah. It's just one of those.
I think I'm going to do it.
Dave, what about you?
But I probably would, to be fair. I mean, they were fun games, but realistically, I only actually played the Sims 1 and the Herbs. I never played any of the other editions. So,
well, you have PlayStation Plus, so you probably downloaded it with one of your free games. You put it in your library. Download it.
In fact, Sims 4 was free on Origins for. Yeah, it was completely free for a while. I don't know if it's still free now, but if you downloaded it directly from, was it Origins? EA created Origins.
Yeah.
It was completely free to get off that.
Check it out.
If it's still there, yeah, maybe check it out.
If not, Dave, you can torrent it for your laptop.
Get an Xbox.
Oh, no, I won't be doing that.
Oh, Dave, just come around mine and play it on my PlayStation with me,
I must admit, playing Sims on a console is not the one. Like,
no. It needs a mouse. It does. I will
hate
agree.
Playing Sims on a console. Fuck that.
I will agree. We've a lot of the games that we've talked about, we have mostly mentioned console games. I know, Adam, you touched briefly on PC game when you talked about Batman, and how you absolutely caned your computer playing it. You killed the graphics card and things like that.
Yeah, that wasn't because the game was so good. That was just because my graphics card was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and all the
but
stuff.
When I think of PC gaming, I always think of it like that. Sims, these sort of like, you get your mouse, you drag, you click, you sort of, that Zoo Tycoon, Command and Conqueror, Age of Empires, those sorts of games. That's how I always pictured PC gaming. And then when you actually look at people playing PC games and the amount of money they put into making them look so great and play games at such a high spec, I am taken back in awe. And the whole reason, I'm not going to lie, that the whole reason that I don't do PC gaming is I am poor. Okay? That is the whole reason.
And you have a Mac.
Well, no, I could buy a PC if I wanted one. That's all I'm saying. I use my Mac because it works better for editing software, okay? I was a media student. I still do these sort of things. Photoshop runs nicely on here. Those sorts of things. But gaming-wise, I would have liked to have gone down the PC route if I was brought up on that. But I was brought up on console gaming more than anything. So that's the reason why I've stuck with it. And you're right, some games just don't work on
Obviously,
console.
PC gaming still now is still the superior of the two, because obviously if you have that depends on the graphics card. If you have the latest graphics card, obviously, then you get the best experience. But the console PS5s and Xbox, the new Xbox series now, they're essentially PCs. They're coming close graphically to getting on par with PC, and they're so much cheaper. And I don't know if the PlayStation can do it, but when Xbox are going to start. In fact, I think you already can. They already support mouse and keyboard. So technically, I could play The Sims on my Xbox with a mouse and keyboard if I wanted to.
Oddly enough, I watched a video on this that the PS1 actually supported mouse. You could actually get a PS1 mouse. So whether you can with the PS5, I'm not entirely sure. It might be something I need to look into. Yeah. Especially to play Sims 4, it might be a bit interesting to try it.
But my point on that is, it is cheaper now. If you want to play at a high level of gaming, it is now cheaper to buy a console than it is to buy a gaming PC.
You heard it here first, folks! Dusty couches to broken discs! Buy a PS5, buy a brand new Xbox.
As we get even further, so as like the PS6 and the next Xbox comes out, that's only going to get... You
heard it here first, folks! We've announced the PS6 here on From Dusty Couches to Broken Discs for the first time ever!
PlayStation, if you want us to test the PS6,
we're happy to do it. We are really happy to do it.
If you want to chuck me a PS5 in the meantime, I mean,
we will do it for free as long as you give us the console. We don't want any money. Just give us the console.
Whoa, calm down.
Shut up.
We want the console!
I love the money.
I'd rather have the money and then I can get the console eventually.
Let's take the money and fuck off the console.
I would say I want to move on to sort of our fan memories, but obviously because this was such a last minute sort of decision and I have been so busy, and I do apologise, I've only managed to get a few memories. But before I do flick onto that, have you guys got any more you want to say about the Sims?
There was just one more thing that I had wrote down, which I know there's a few others, but I can't fully remember them, but the one I remember the most is, did you guys ever buy the sad clown painting and put it on the wall?
Dave bought a piano, right? That's all he could afford.
Just a grand piano, no fridge, no bed, no TV.
Dave's characters slept on the floor.
You expect me to get a fucking picture?
Dave looked at it and went, paint of a sad clown, grand piano. Piano it is.
Anyway. With the clown, basically, if you had that painting and then your sim went too depressed, the clown would then turn up at your house and just annoy the living fuck out of you.
Nah, I'd be done.
Until you cheered your sim up, right? And then you could eventually, you could call services and call like exterminators, everything. You could call a clown catcher who would turn up and try and catch the clown.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't have a fear of clowns at the circus, but if a clown come knocking on my door, that's it.
He doesn't knock, he just walks in.
That's even worse. I live with a clown. I don't want any clowns coming in.
That was another thing with the game. Everyone just walked in your house and grabbed your food and did whatever the fuck, started doing whatever they wanted.
Is that not a
you're like,
I'm trying to have a swim. I'm trying to have a swim. Some dude's nicked my ladders. Why aren't you helping me? Come on.
Well, then and social services would steal your kids as well.
No, Dave. They take them for their protection, not steal them.
Oh, is that what they were doing?
You were stuck in a swimming pool with no ladder. What else are they meant to do with a kid?
I'm just like, this game's shit. I've just been dead for like 4 days.
So unrealistic. So yeah, your memories. So much like what you guys have said, I've got here James. Dave, you'll know James. James Reed, friend of ours. Reedy, as we call him. It's been a while. Hey, Hey, Rudy, how's it going? Giving you a shout out, man. I've not seen you in ages. Last time I saw you was in Alton Towers, you know.
It's got on with it,
Yes, come on.
Much like you, Dave, he has said, if you haven't deleted the stairs from the pool, have you ever really played Sims?
He's not wrong.
I've got Justin on Twitter who said, Grim Reaper just randomly appearing and knocking on your door. You know? What's that all about?
He plays Knock a Door Run, doesn't he?
He sort of teases you. But yeah, like I say, because I've been so busy, I've not had time to post it out there. So, like I say, there's only been 3 this week. But in regards to our next game, which we haven't discussed yet, hopefully we'll discuss at the end of the recording when we're done, and I can post it out earlier and get your guys' memories on here. But please do keep emailing us, keep messaging us, Facebook, Twitter. We're on Instagram as well, and you can email us. That email is down there. It's at dusty2broken@gmail.com, and that's the number 2 for anyone who's listening. Remember, let us know about any memories from any games, because even if we haven't talked about it yet, when we do eventually talk about it, we'll give your memories a shout out. But with that, I'm going to ask the guys once again, anything else you want to say before we move on to this week's quiz?
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
I feel like the guys don't know this yet, so I'm going to tell them for a couple of weeks now, just because of last week's quiz, I'm going to take the reins of the quiz for a bit until you can be trusted.
I've been banned from the quiz.
You wished him on. You were just as bad.
I reckon Dave was worse than me on that quiz.
He probably was.
You couldn't read.
So, before we do start the quiz, have you guys got your paper ready?
No. It's going to be so.
So, yes, we are now on to the quiz. And as I said a second ago, I'm going to be taking over the reins of the quiz for a little while. Just to... I would say it's punishment, but I think these two might actually be happy about it. It's just until they can be trusted again.
I literally did nothing wrong.
No, but you wished him on! You wished him on, man!
It wasn't my fault. It was the guy who wrote the quiz's fault.
But before I like to get fucked, I like to be wined and dined first, you know. Jesus.
Yeah, you're not getting either.
Whoa. Wined and dined or fucked, all of it.
Oh.
You ever seen the scene from Little Nicky when he's got to choose the pineapples and he goes for the little one, and then the devil's like, and then Hitler has to choose the giant one. That's what happened to you last week.
Yeah, that's why I cried onto my desk afterwards. Right. So, this week's quiz is obviously, I've tried to keep it on The Sims 1. There are some things in here in regards to the expansion packs, but it is all about the first Sims.
There are some things in there to fuck us over.
Yeah,
like I
you did say before, have you played the expansion packs? I said no.
Sucks to be you, Dave. Sucks to be you.
Right, there going.
Question number 1. The developers went for a meal at a restaurant. What did they order for their first meal?
What?
That's Glenn being a penis.
So I know, yeah, Mackie.
It's not really. I just wanted to give that's Adam's question, just so you know. Dave, your question. How do you spell Sims?
You can't ask him that. He'll spell it the wrong way.
Yeah. Right. I'll go on to the real quiz. I do apologise. Right. Who developed The Sims? Was it A, EA, B, Maxis, C, Square Enix, or D, Virgin?
Developed or owned?
Developed.
Okay.
So, in 3, 2, 1. Adam says B, Dave says A. Adam is correct.
Oh, what? B again.
EA published the game, but Maxis developed.
Oh, right.
What objects can the Sims put in their garden? Is it A, gnomes, B, a skate park, C, flamingos, or D, a fountain?
What objects?
Yeah, what objects can they put in their garden?
Can put all those objects in, can't they?
I thought they could.
I thought they could put all those objects in.
This is based on the base game.
The vanilla game.
Okay. So, in 3, 2, 1. You are both incorrect. It is A, gnomes.
Really?
One of the houses comes with a fucking fountain in it.
Yeah, comes with it, but you can't put additional ones in. You can put gnomes in the garden, and that's it. On the base game.
Well, we're not going 100% today.
I sort of knew no one was getting 100% on this one. When I was looking at sort of some of the questions for this quiz, I was like, "Huh?" I've gone for sort of like the easiest ones, but also at the same time the trickiest.
At least you've actually taken time to do the quiz. I just go on Google and find the first one and just be like, "There you go, this'll do."
Okay, so at the moment, Adam has 1, Dave has nothing. So question number 3: which celebrity shows up if the Sims are having a rocking party? Is it A, Michael Jackson, B, Pamela Anderson, C,
We wish.
C, Brad Pitt, or D, Drew Carey?
I ain't got a fucking clue, to be
Don't know.
honest.
Who's
I ain't got a fucking clue.
Right. So, question 3: which celebrity shows up if the Sims are having a rocking party? Is it A, Michael Jackson, Chamona, B, Pamela Anderson? I can't really do an impression of Pam. Hang on. Yeah. Brad Pitt for C, or Drew Carey. Drew Carey was on the American Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes, it was. If you're having a rocking party,
Who would you want to turn up if you was having a rocking party?
I know who I'd want.
None of them.
Take that answer and throw it out the window because it's wrong.
I have a feeling this is a little bit of a tricky question from you, Eglin.
Okay, so in 3, 2, 1.
I'm going to get this wrong, but I'm going to go my gut.
Adam says D. Dave says B. Adam, you are correct.
Hey!
Carey.
Who'd want him to show up?
It had to be because the others were so popular, and then just Drew Carey. Like,
Drew Carey's at home now watching this going,
why would you want him to show up, though?
like to bring everyone from Whose Line Is It Anyway, and they just sort of start recording an episode in your front room.
You know.
I mean, I know he doesn't do it now. It's Alicia Tyler, but you know, Aisha Tyler.
Oh, shit to know.
Question number 4: who shows up if the Sims are having a doll party? Is it A, Death, B, a mime, C, Barney the dinosaur, or D, Deborah? She's back, folks. She's back. I'm pretty sure someone said on one of the Batman episodes that his mum was called Deborah. I have a sticker of her. She is here. Okay, so in 3...
Oh, you've tricked me.
Yeah, I know. It's one of 2, but I don't know which one's fucking.
No, Dave, it's just one.
I'm gonna go with one of them just because I think it would be if it was a shit party, it'd be the funniest option.
Okay, so in 3, 2, 1. Adam says A. Dave says B. Dave, congratulations, you have a point.
Yay!
Fucking hell. I was going to say mine, but I thought that was for something else. I didn't...
So,
what is it now? 2-1?
2-1. 2-1, yeah. Question number 5. What will the sim do if the phone rings whilst having a nap? Is it A, sleep through it, B, throw the phone and go back to sleep, C, answer it, or D, throw a temper tantrum? This is having a nap, not having your normal sleep. I don't know if it's the same for having a normal sleep, but if you're having a nap. Would you like me to read those again? Because some of you look a bit confused.
I don't really care.
No, you're trying to like trick us here.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm trying.
Nah, let's just do it. Let's go.
So in 3, 2, 1. You are both correct with D. Throw a temper tantrum. Which
I was going to say, when they're asleep, they just sleep through it.
Yeah.
If you'd gone for that one, you would have been wrong.
No shit.
Yeah, you both got it right, so just be grateful, okay? It's now 3-2 to Adam, okay? Or is it 4-2? No, 3-2. Yeah.
It's 4-2, Glenn.
Shut the fuck up.
No, it's not. I'm the one doing the editing. I can go back and look over it, okay? Question number 6. Which of these is a topic your Sims can't discuss? Is it A, sex, B, money, C, outdoors, or D, politics?
Oh, you've got me there. I was confident. I was confident until the end.
Like full-blown sex, or just like a relationship?
all it was sex. They just can't talk about sex, or can't they talk about money? Can't they talk about the outdoors, or can't they talk about politics?
I was confident until the last question, and now last answer. Now I'm questioning my life.
What, over sex and politics? Because I sort of thought, I saw you go, at the start, and then when I went the last one, you went, So I know yours is down to those two. But is that the correct answer? Find out next week on next week's episode! Oh, we need to end an episode on a cliffhanger at some point. When it's neck and neck.
I'm torn.
Yeah, I'm torn.
I'm torn between two here. Can I just put them both?
All right, calm down, Natalie and Brulia. Yeah, I mean, come on. I just need an answer. Right, that's it. 3, 2, 1. You both said D, politics. You are both incorrect. It is A, sex.
Oh. So both of yours were wrong then, eh? What the fuck?
Oh, God.
Because can't you get onto the topic of like wooing them?
Yeah, you can woo them, but you can't go, I want to bend you over and take you to Browntown.
But wooing is sex in...
Yeah, but it's not sort of going...
language.
Yes, but usually, like, if you're having a conversation with someone, you talk about sex, you like to talk about what positions you're into. Not going...
No, I want to handrail you.
Yeah, exactly. Not going, oh, may I take you for lunch one night?
But they don't call it sex in the game. They call it... like wooing.
It's different. It's not sex. It's sex as a topic, not wooing as a topic. You can't woo someone as a topic to talk about.
I think Glenn's just chatting shit here.
I think he's talking shit as well.
Next question. Jesus. Which What was the first expansion pack called? Was
for
it
fuck's sake.
A, Hot Date, B, Living Large, C, Vacation, or D, House Party?
God,
Gotta hate you, Glenn.
Ready in 3, 2, 1. Adam says B. Dave said D. Adam is correct with Living Large.
Wouldn't know if I didn't get any expansions, like I said.
LimeWire, mate. LimeWire.
Oh yeah, shitload of viruses.
Living Large was one of the only extensions that I actually had, so
just to let you know, LimeWire is back as well.
Okay.
Or so they say. Whether it is or not, I haven't. I dare not attempt. Which of these NPCs, and anyone listening who doesn't know what an NPC is, it's a non-playable character.
Well, you're listening to the wrong podcast if you don't know what NPC is.
If you've come on here going, "Oh, Dusty Couch is a broken disc," I wonder if this is a podcast about politics. No. Absolutely.
Well, if you've got this far, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you've got this far, then you know nothing about politics or gaming. Which of these NPCs can you interact with? Is it A, the mailman, B, the paperboy, C, the maid, or D, none of them?
This is another trick on you, fucking piece of shit.
Now, do you see why I'm taking over the quiz for a bit? Because YouTube made them too easy, so everyone's getting 100%. So, except me, when they give me a Zelda quiz, that's based on developer questions.
Hey, you was on the quiz.
That was your quiz when I got 100%, so you can shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Shit, it was, yeah. Yeah, but I accidentally gave the answer. Fuck.
And you was on the quiz when I got 100%, Glenn, so...
I've drank a little bit too much whiskey.
Just shut the fuck up, Glenn.
I know what I meant.
I'm just gonna guess.
Okay, so in 3.
Am I two ahead at the moment?
Yeah.
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 So in 3, 2, 1. Adam said D. Dave said C. Only one of them is correct. And it's Dave.
Yeah.
Bit of a trick question there. Which of these can your sim not visit in the expansion Vacation?
Oh,
I don't know. I've never played this one.
Shut the fuck up, Age.
You're both going to be guessing.
You've at least played an expansion.
Is it A, the theme park, B, beach resort, C, ski resort, or D, campground?
You're fucking not. You've done this again as a trick goddamn question. You're such a knobhead.
I'd like to make the quiz a little bit more interesting.
Could you read the answers again, please?
Yeah, of course. Is it A, theme park, B, beach resort, C, ski resort, or D, campground?
Oh. Okay.
I'm just gonna guess again.
So in 3, 2,
my gut's gonna be
1.
wrong.
Again, one of you is correct. Adam has said A. Dave has said C. Adam is correct.
I knew it had to be because his theme park, the game. I can't imagine they would have tried to simulate it in The Sims.
Okay. So, Adam, you are on 5 now?
I don't know.
Yeah,
he's on
5 on 3.
How many questions is left?
Dave is on 3. This is the final question.
I'm winning by 3, so I must be on 6.
Well, he's won, then.
Well, let me do the final question.
No, he's winning by 2. He's winning by 2 because you got the other one wrong. I got the other one right.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're winning by 2.
Sorry.
Okay. How can you tell if the sim stinks? Is it A, they sniff themselves and go, eh? B, other sims avoid them? C, hygiene level is low? Or D, all of them? You ready?
I'm ready. Yep.
In 3, 2, 1. You are both correct with D.
Well,
winner! Oh! So Dave lost, so this episode's not going to make it to air.
Says Glenn, says. Did you see the last voice?
Hey, okay? I edited it, okay? I put it out there, okay? I lost miserably. I may not have taken it like a champ, but I accepted defeat.
No, you didn't. You blamed it all on him.
I'm still in therapy for the defeat, okay? But I will eventually come to terms with it.
You're just not a true Zelda fan, Glenn.
Should have counted those pots.
So we will end this week's episode there. If you have enjoyed the episode, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you've enjoyed, what you haven't enjoyed, and also let us know in the comments wherever you're listening as to what games you would like us to play in the future. You know, because we're only making games of what we've played. We want to know what you like and what you want to hear us talk about. It could be anything. Any game you've played. If we haven't played it, we will try to play it, and we'll give ourselves a little bit of a review. You can also look out for future games where we will actually be playing some games together. They will be coming soon, and we'll also hopefully have a few more of our sort of trailer reactions if you enjoyed that. But obviously, we can only make these if you comment and let us know if you've enjoyed it or not. At the moment, we're just making it for the fun of it. So, obviously, like I say, leave comments, like, email us, phone us. Don't phone us. You don't have our number.
Give your number out.
I ain't giving my number out. But until next time, I've been your host, Glenn. He's been Adam. He's been Big Dave. See you next time on the next episode of From Dusty Couches to Broken Discs.
Goodbye,
Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Insert ending music here. I still need some.
Still
need some ending music.
My ears.
Hello.
What the fuck?
I'd love to say that was me internet, but no, I just clicked off. It said, "Are you okay with recording?" I just clicked "Leave me."
Welcome to From Dusty Couches to Broken Discs. I'm your host, Glenn.
Yes, you are.
Yes, yes, you are. Hello, Glenn.
That was so awkward. Sorry. Sorry.
So we wouldn't have been able to use that. We wouldn't have been able to use the funny intro anyway.
I fucking noticed.
Right, let's try that again.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. This is the second time it's taken 3 takes now.